Hey there YouTube, Paul is here once again. So today I just wanted to spread some goodwill and talk about some YouTubers who have helped to continuously inspire me over these years to continue doing YouTube and to do it with enjoyment and with passion and with the goal of fulfillment and of just having fun at the end of the day. If the audio sounds a bit funny, I'm really sorry. I'm testing out the in-camera microphone as opposed to my usual shotgun microphone because I find it to be a little bit boomy and I'm not sure if I really want to keep that one anymore, so might have to sell that one pretty soon here, but we'll see. Anyway, and don't forget that you can support me through Patreon. It's patreon.com/pauloz. If you're a guitar player, you're going to reap the most benefit, I think, from that because I offer up tablature and you get to see some videos of the behind the scenes stuff and you get to hear about my own musical process. And if you're a subscriber, definitely click that notification bell. You're going to see my videos first. And if you're not a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Alright, so first on my list is Mr. Dean Murphy. Dean Murphy is a friend of mine from many years ago now, from YouTube actually. We did a little video that was a Metroid song collaboration. I think it was Kraid's theme is what it was. Kraid's Lair, something like that. It was about from a Super Metroid soundtrack basically. And I think ever since those earlier days on YouTube, we've kind of been like, well, what can we do to do this? And how are you doing this to do that? And the guy is genuinely one of the most talented dudes I know, personally. He invited me to his wedding and the only reason I couldn't really go was because of the damn traveling around the world, which I I feel bad about, but like, that's the kind of closeness we developed. And I have nothing but good things to say about Dean Murphy. He's one of the more hardworking YouTubers and definitely has been putting out some very cool stuff, musically speaking, on his acoustic stuff and etc, etc. You need to check him out. Just go check him out. Link in the comments below. The second channel I want to talk about, which is an old favorite of mine, would probably be Rob Chappers' channel. So Rob Chapman is a guy who inspired me to basically start YouTube in the first place, and without him none of this would have existed. I would have never made over 300 videos. I would have never gotten over 1.5 million views almost I'm at right now, and I never would have seen the degree of success I'm seeing now without him just making his videos and being himself. That's what I really found was a beautiful thing, is that the guy was just himself in the early days and just loved gear and loved to chat and was talking about music theory but was doing it in a light-hearted way. The guy also plays Diablo 2 and I love that game, so there's that. So without Mr. Chappers himself, none of this would have existed for me in the first place, so that's all I really can say about that. Moving on to number 3 would have to be Ola Englund. So Ola Englund is a guy who has been doing those AMP demos back in the day. That's where he kind of cut his teeth and where the community started to trust his ear on things, and eventually he turned into more of a reviewer. Now he's doing these really silly FAQs and things. And I remember I had met him once at NAMM and he had seen some of my videos, which to me was like, wow, and I felt incredibly flattered. And he said, keep doing what you're doing, man. Just keep doing it. And I didn't follow that advice stupidly because otherwise maybe I would have seen some more success, but the success I have been seeing has been from that consistency, which definitely is something that he's very good at. He's an incredibly consistent YouTuber, total dude, total bro kind of attitude. He never made me feel uncomfortable when I was around him. It was always like, this dude is just one of us, metalheads, you know what I mean? So without Ola, maybe I wouldn't have pushed as hard back in my earlier days when I was doing reviews, and maybe I wouldn't have pushed as hard in the first place. It's important to hear these things from your heroes, you know what I mean? So he's definitely one of mine. Moving on to number 4 would have to be Jackal Pun. So Jackal is a guy based out of Hong Kong. I got to meet him at the NAMM show, and I already knew of him anyways from YouTube, of course, which is why I'm talking about YouTubers in this video. And he's a guy who works extremely hard at what he does on the guitar. He and I did a Periphery cover many years ago now, and I just always look back to that and think, damn, that was awesome, because he's just got such a professional attitude, but he's so chilled out, and he's just a complete regular dude. Like, there's nothing, there's no mask, there's no pretending with any of the people I'm listing, and with Jackal it's the same kind of story. He's just a regular dude, loves guitar, has made his life about guitar and about his car stuff, and I'm really stoked to know him in the way that I do know him, even though we live many, many hours away and many thousands of kilometers away. So that's why Jackal's on this list. The guy's just fantastic at the end of the day, and he's one of the most genuine dudes, I think. Very upfront and very personable, and that's really important, I think, in a person, but a YouTuber even more so, because people always tell when you're lying about something. So finally, Angel Vivaldi definitely takes the next spot for me, because I've been watching his videos for many, many years. I remember seeing Mercurian Summer, a song of his many years ago, and thinking, who's this badass on the guitar shredding his ass off? And I actually I have the privilege of saying I kind of know him a little bit, you know. It all came back to YouTube and getting out there, and he definitely has an approach to music and to being a musician that is work your ass off and let it like completely take over everything and fall in love with it and keep falling in love with it, basically. He and I speak occasionally, and every time we speak I always feel a bit more inspired or invigorated, or I feel like I could be doing a little bit more. There is a way to make that a little bit better. I mean, everyone on this list helps to inspire me to push myself to be better and better and better, and I would argue that Age of Vivaldi definitely helps push me kind of recently a lot more, I would say, because the guy had his YouTube like messed with and stuff like that, and he just bounced back. I didn't hear him complain about it. I just know that he puts his nose to it and he absolutely grinds out and makes the best thing he can possibly make, which is always something I personally love seeing as a fan, as a musician's fan, as well as from a friend point of view. I love seeing my friends succeed big time, and I definitely consider him a friend. So what did you think of my list of people? I know that there might be some people trying to make a scandal out of me forgetting someone or not listing someone, but this was just the first 5 dudes that came into my mind on this very, very humid, warm summer afternoon that I just wanted to spread some goodwill around on, and spread that goodwill, spread the goodwill. So who are your favorite YouTubers? I mean, if you list me, oh, thank you very much. But no, seriously, talk in the comments amongst yourselves, and I will be replying as well. Who are your favorite YouTubers and why? Tell me why. I think that's the most interesting thing. Tell me the name of the YouTuber and why. Sound good? All right. Cheers, YouTube. I'll see you next time.